Hello and welcome back, folks, to All of the Mod 7 to the Skies, episode 3 on the Copeland Plays channel. Great to have y'all back. Been really looking forward to making episode 3. Episode 2 is so much fun. I just can't wait. Sure to drop a sub if you enjoy the content. Alright, well, the absolute first thing I want to get to in this episode is that I made a little mistake in the last episode, but the mistake was so cool, I'm not even mad. So here we have set up a normal sieve and a waterlogged sieve. And what I realized, I was looking at the list of waterlogged sieve items. That's why I was so disappointed. I said there's nothing good we can get from sand. So if we sieve these up, you'll see we got an ore chunk from over here. That is zinc or uranium. Those are the two exclusive ores. And over here we got an ink sac, which I also said in last episode. I was like, we don't have a way to get ink sacs, so we can't make the ovens for the cooking for blockheads mod, which that is not the case anymore. So wanted to clear that up because I think that's super cool. A nice other way of getting items. I assume we can waterlog our auto sieves. So that's something we're gonna have to check out soon. But with our ability to get ink sacs, I thought it was time we should make the oven. So I grabbed the items already. I got a ink sac already because I was messing around with this. Cause I'm like, is this real? Like, how does this work? And it works perfectly. And I think it's really cool. So let's get rid of this lame normal furnace. Boom, oven. And let's see if we can cook something in here. So what about some sand? Can we cook some? Oh, okay, cool. So we'll cook. Is that going to cook 9 glass at once? Huh. So it doesn't seem to have smelted the sand into glass. I wonder if it only works with food items. Let me grab some food from our farm. And we're back with some potatoes. So let's see if it will work with some potatoes. So it still loads in just fine. There we go. Awesome. So we'll cook up potatoes faster. I mean, that's not really that useful for us. It's definitely cool that we can... You could see the potatoes in there. You could... they're gone now and I'm out of potatoes. But you could see the potatoes in the oven. That's so cute. I love... Wait, can we see the items in the shelves as well? Oh, nah. Oh, darn. That would have been really cool if we could see that. Oh, we can see the stuff in the fridge. I didn't even realize that. That's so cool. Oh, my goodness. So maybe I'll have to put some fun items in there just to kind of decorate. But really, the main goal for this episode is Applied Energistics. Let me show you what I got set up in between episodes. Here it is. So this is everything I got us prepared for this episode. So mostly just pretty basic resources. If you're looking in here and you're going, pretty much all stuff we're sieving, silicone is just made by smelting the Certus quartz dust, but this is going to get us pretty far into the quest line. So the first thing that we have to do is stop the presses, and which is just making the presses. We have the inscriber circulation, inscriber engineering, logic, and silicon press. And we just make those by adding different things into our inscriber, which we made last episode. So let's see if we can make one of them. Forgot my Certus quartz crystals, but here we go. Go to our inscriber and let's see, can we just shift click? Not exactly, but close. And the skystone dust, another thing we're sieving. And after just a second here, there we go. So there's the first press. I'm going to get the other 3 crafted up. Engineering, logic, and finally silicon. So there we go. Quest completed. Stop the presses. And we get a little skystone. Random reward. Let's see what we get. Oh, I think I just got the dust. Certus quartz dust. Oh, did I get 2 to 4? Or I think I got more than 2 to 4 at least. Not the worst reward. All right, so the next quest down the line, I think I'm going to get these flux crystals. So I already made up some seeds for us. Here they are, and we're just going to pop them in the enrichment chamber. For a moment, I was trying to put it in the charger, and that is not where these little guys go. First flux crystal. There we go. How many do we need for the quest? Oh, we got the quest done. Okay, flux dust. Random award. Let's see what we get this time. Oh, Certus quartz dust again. And some XP. So let's see what the next thing it wants us to do is, basic cabling. Very easy. So the basic cable recipe, 2 flux crystals and a quartz fiber. Quartz fiber is the dust and glass. I don't have a crafting table. Crafting table got, and we'll grab out some of these flux crystals. little bit of this. Can I see this inventory? I can. There we go. So there's the quartz fibers, and cable is done. The next thing we need is an insulated cable, which is just one of these and one of those. And the final thing we need is a double insulated cable. I'm not sure what the different insulation levels are. Let's see if the quest tells us. Oh, we still have to craft. There we go. Alrighty, guys. So the covered cable doesn't give us any special features, but the dense covered cable carries up to 32 channels. We'll get into that later. This mod gets crazy. More service quartz. I am so unlucky today, but whatever. Because we got all those quests done. And that's what I was saying in the last episode. This mod, it requires a lot of time, but it does... Oh, forward on channels. It requires a lot of time, but not a lot of resources. So, forward on channels. 1 second. Okay, guys. So channels, basically, it just simply means how many network devices can fit on the whole network in most basic terms. It gets crazy, but... like energy cells, but doesn't matter too much. All we really need to know is that we have channels. We have a limited number of things we can hook up to a controller. So the next quest definitely going to be processors. So let's get logic processor, calculation, and engineering processors. Welcome back, everyone. We got our processors crafted up, and I think it's time for us to get the guild made. Guild? The grid. The grid made up. Oh, it's just called a terminal, not the grid. Anyway, this again, it's this whole mod. It's a lot of steps, but it's not actually all too much like resource wise. So illuminated panels are quite cheap. These cores, since I already, oh, I could have used the uncharged. Sweet. I didn't even have to use one of my charged Certus crystals for that one. This one here. Oh, I need a nether quartz and another logic processor. Welcome back, folks. So I wanted to get some nether quartz, and for that I need to get ancient spores to make mycelium, and I didn't want to grind out a bunch more dirt with our barrels, so I did a little bit of research and I found out we can craft a philosopher's stone. So this packed philosopher's stone is a pretty basic recipe, so we can take it here, pop it on down, and here we go. The alchemist's best, or an alchemist's best friend, the philosopher's stone. So this is from the mod Project E, but what we are going to use it for is when you right click on cobble, it turns it into stone, which isn't very useful for us. But if you shift right click on cobble, you get grass. We can save ourselves a bunch of time by converting cobble into dirt instead of spending our time making dirt in the barrels. So let's see how this guy works. I wonder if we can adjust the size somehow. So to change the range of our philosopher's stone, you press V to charge it up. Or, well, V by default. I have it set to something else. So here we go. We got it on the 3x3. And if we shift right click, there we go. Dirt. So way easier way of getting dirt. No. Whoops. Well, gotta be careful when you're building on top of cobblestone, but this will make it super easy to turn our platform into a different block, which frankly, I was getting sick of looking at the cobblestone. So maybe that will be something we do that at this episode, but we got ourselves 45 dirt. I'm gonna sift this up and see if we get some ancient spores. Welcome back, everyone. So we are getting our witch water crafted up. I sifted up a bunch of dirt and I got a mycelium spore. So now we should just be able to drop water in these buckets on top of mycelium. Oh, not like that. Like that. And bubble, bubble, bubble. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, just like a witch's cauldron. And in no time at all, you can see the progress in the top left. We have witch water. So witch water and just the whole kind of cursed tree of Ex Nihilo is not too bad in this pack. Getting that mycelium spore, though, it took me about a stack of dirt. So if you start doing that and start to think, am I like doing this wrong? You're probably not. It just takes a while. So keep that in mind. But if we pop the witch water next to our igneous extruder, and there is a redstone block underneath here. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. We get netherrack. There we go. We can use this netherrack. If we hit it with a hammer, we'll get crushed netherrack, and we can sift that for nether quartz. So that should get us going on our nether journey. Now that we've got our quartz, I think that it's finally time to craft up the, what is it called? The terminals. Except do I have, what do I need? I think it's just this Certus. There is the recipe. Get that, and now we can craft up our terminal. Something like this. There we go. ME terminal. So that like gets us most of the way there. So it's terminal, controller, drive bay. Once you're there, you've got an AE system. So we now have our terminal. So this, I believe we have to place on cables, which I don't know if I definitely had some. The next thing that we need to build is the controller, which I feel like is, oh no, we have to craft the crafting terminal, don't we? There it is, the ME crafting terminal. Now we have finished the quest terminals, and we get, okay, the true reward bag, the true I'm a degenerate gambler. Let's get a calculation or engineering processor. Let's go. We're honestly either of the cores. Flux crystal, that was 7%, but not what we wanted. Come on, we got to get the big rolls, guys. They've been gambling on Twitch, right? Oh, what did I get that time? Silicon? Come on, man. I should not go to Vegas, is what I'm learning. Anyway, controller time. We need some skystone, engineering processor, flux crystals. I think I actually have all of that. I don't know why I have this engineering processor. I feel like I made it thinking I would need it to make the terminal and then didn't. And I was like, okay, cool. Couple flux crystals. Oh, don't tell me. I have the wrong type of skystone. That is what I had wrong. Okay, so I think I need to, I assume, just smelt skystone. Okay, we now have the skystone blocks. I need to make a faster way to smelt. And I was right the first time. There we go. ME controller, ME terminal. Just give me the drive bay. I don't even want to look at the quest. Just give me the drive bay. Excuse me. There we go. ME drive. Oh, don't tell me it's this easy. Give me 12 seconds to get this together, guys. I feel like I just got like the final piece of Exodia. Like, oh, that is beautiful. Terminal. I mean, it's your three amigos right there. We technically need like a power acceptor, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if pipes will work natively. We could try. I don't see why not. And am I going to actually set it up in a place I want it? Absolutely not. Let's just put it right by our generators, so that I have to tear it down and set it up somewhere else later. Though I'm kind of getting the feels, I might be getting ready to like move out of starter base, even though we finished it last episode. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, it does a thing. It does a thing. I can search. It's JEI synced, which is gross. We don't do that, but we'll fix that later. Either way, we have it set up. So now we need drives. Did that even complete the quest? Like, did I do it wrong? Not particularly. Oh, interesting. ME chest. Let me see. So if I didn't get too excited, I could have made an ME chest, which can hold one drive at a time. But frankly, we don't need any of that. I think I'm just going to skip this for now. Though, can we progress in the quest line? No, we cannot. We don't really need to. Anyway, I think it's about time we built our first cell. Here we go. So we got our first storage component. Now we need to turn this into a cell. We don't need the portable. Here we go. Just this stuff. Oh, do we have quartz glass? I should have it somewhere. There we go. This feels like the final piece of Exodia, honestly. Like I said, the last one did, but it just, we have to share this moment. Ready? Oh, wait. Put it in here. And the most satisfying moment of all time. Oh, it's like letting your hair down at the end of the day. Oh man, that is wonderful. No more crowded inventory. No more digging through chests. This is a new age. Absolutely beautiful. Welcome back, guys. So we got all of our items put into our ME system. It feels so nice. There's not a chest in sight. Everything is now beautifully displayed in our ME system. And it's not even too full. I have plenty of space at the moment. But making all of those drives made me realize one thing. Made me realize we need to get Autocrafting. And if you are not familiar with AE2's Autocrafting, it is a wild way of basic, machinifying crafting. It's so beautiful. You make some steps, and I'm going to kind of show you how you would make your first recipe. So you're going to need a couple blocks. The first one is the ME pattern encoding terminal. And I think I'm going to make the pattern for a chest. So I need to get some planks. Now, this looks like a crafting table, but in reality, this is a pattern maker. So we have some blank patterns I crafted up earlier. We're going to encode them, and this is going to give us a pattern for a chest. If you ever want to see what the pattern is, you can hit shift, and it will tell you at least the output. Then you have to get the second block, which is called an ME pattern provider. Actually, 2 more blocks, and a molecular assembler. So the molecular assembler is, in essence, a crafting table that this thing can interface with. So you give it a recipe, you give this the recipe, and it then takes the items from your ME system, builds them here, and then redeposits them back in your ME system. So let's get ourselves some chests. So let's say I want, 5 chests. And earlier I made a recipe for planks, so just wood to planks. So now, even though I don't have the planks in my storage, it's going to craft the planks I need to make the chests. So if you see what's going on here, you see the genius. And here we go. It takes right up. Those items are in my chest. So that is how Autocrafting works. It is wonderful. If you're stuck, I remember the first time I set it up, I was pulling my hair out. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I would love to help you get your first ME system set up. If it's your first or maybe second, third, fifth, 30th time, it can be frustrating. And I want to help you guys because it makes playing these packs so much more fun. I think it should just be in vanilla Minecraft. Hot take. ME, it's so much fun. Refined storage is also really fun, and it's even simpler. Highly recommend that if it's in a pack you are playing. So the other thing you can do with Autocrafting is using Autocrafting pattern providers with machines and items like the import bus. So the import bus does not import items to the block, it imports items to your ME system. I always get this confused and actually make the export bus, which will send items to an inventory, but we're not going to need those for anything at the moment because this will also send items. So in here, I have a pattern that says send 1 regular silicon to this inscriber, and you will get the output of a printed silicon. And I just am going to leave the pattern in here so that I don't have to deal with that, because that would cause problems, I'm pretty sure, because it's not going to the output, therefore the importer isn't taking it. So it get very complicated. So you kind of trick the system into doing this, which is pretty cool. You can like fool it, because when you're making a processing recipe, so this is called a processing pattern, you can choose what it does. So I could say this makes a chest in some machine, and the mod is just going to try that even if it fails, and if it fails you get freezing. So let's say I want some more of that printed silicon. I can just go and get printed silicon, middle click, give me 10. Look at this. And you know how annoying this stuff is to craft? This is why I was like, we need this, because getting printed silicon is a headache. So we're at 11, now we're at 12. Is that not amazing? So it's just automatically inserting it. I don't have to do anything. And so I can just start getting an inscriber for making the gold one, for the diamond one, and even the combination ones, which we can use just one inscriber for. And once we have all that, the storage is just going to make itself, basically. Welcome back, guys. I was getting ready to start recording, and I just heard like this creepy laugh while I was trying to open up my recording software, and this thing spawned next to me. I'm not sure what they do. I got one earlier. If anyone knows, please let me know. At the time of recording, it's 10 days till Halloween, so I thought it might be something to do with that, because it's just started happening to me, and now it's happened twice. But that's not what I was going to record, because, as you can see, I have mastered the art of cable management. Okay, not really. As you can see, this is... see? Another one! What did they do? Y'all, it's haunted. The game's haunted. Your copy of Minecraft is personalized and haunted. Okay, I got a little carried away. So in the last clip, I showed you my little printed silicone maker. Pretty cool, right? I got some crafting up right now. I'm pretty sure the job's almost done yet. It only has 13 more. And I was like, I'm just going to make the gold one and I'll be right back. So I made the gold one. And then I was like, well, if I'm already here, I might as well make the other two. So then I made the engineering one, which will give me the diamond processor, and the calculation, which will give me the Certus quartz processor. And then I was like, well, if I'm already here, I might as well make a way to convert them into the actual processor form. So then I made this one, and I kind of forgot about how channels worked. So on ME, you need to limit the number of things you have connected to what I call stems, basically. So off the controller, each side is kind of like a stem, and you can only have 8 devices connected to this stem. So if you just had one cable running off the back and tried to connect all this up, all of it would stop working. So instead, what I've done is there's kind of this stem up top, this one up here, which has both of my controllers, one molecular assembler, and this machine. This stem has this machine and the crafting processor, and then there's a final stem running underground that has the last 3 auto inscribing machines. So that made cable management a bit tricky. I should have definitely done a dense cable, but I'm a little bit too dense to think of that. Cue the laugh track. Ha ha ha, he's so funny. Oh my gosh, wow. Should give him a Grammy. Yeah, a Grammy for being funny. Anyway, so this thing's absolutely insane. So if we want to get, let's say I want a little bit of printed logic circuits. I want 10 of them. And I hit start. My machine's just going to instantly send them over and start crafting, putting them back. And then once they're back in the system, these are actually just automatically converted. So because there's no use, as far as I'm concerned, for just the raw printed logic circuit, might as well just convert it instantly. And also it saves another one. This is so scary. Like, please stop. I don't know what to do to make it stop, but I feel like it's happening way too much. Welcome back, guys. So before I got interrupted by that ghost, spooky ghost, I was trying to tell you guys about this station. So all of the... I'm actually done. I don't even care. I'm just ignoring you. I don't see you. Anyway, so these ones are just like the silicone machine we set up in the last clip. So they're not all that complicated, but this is a different beast entirely. But it does take advantage of us being able to trick the machine by using processing patterns. So inscribers are side sensitive, meaning like the bottom slot needs to be inserted from the bottom, the middle and output need to be taken from the sides, and the top needs to come from the top. So you can't just stick an ME pattern provider and have it insert all the items. So what I have is ME export buses automatically inserting printed silicon and redstone dust. And then in the top, I have these patterns that say, oh, whoops, I messed up this one. But I have patterns here. We'll make the final pattern again. So this pattern, I have patterns that say put one of these in and you'll get one of these out, even though in reality, that's not really how it works. So in a lot of ways, we're tricking the machine. It's like it doesn't know these are going to be there, but it knows it's putting its input it needs to put in and getting the output it needs, I believe. Let's give it a shake, rattle, and roll. So let's craft 10 of these. Oh my gosh, I don't have any gold. Let's do diamonds then. 2 of these. So we had 6 to start off with. And so it's going to first have to craft in this machine, which takes a moment. Then it's going to take the output, put it back into storage, pop it in here. That's incredible, guys. This is so awesome. So that means no more crafting these, which take so long. We can basically automatically craft as much storage as we would like. Basically means 64K storages all over the place. And people waste their time with integrated dynamics. I'm just kidding, by the way. I didn't know integrated dynamics existed, and I wasn't watching other people's videos, and I finally took a look at someone else's videos and saw that mod. I'm like, oh. So this whole time I didn't have to make an AE system, but I don't care. I don't care. Because we're going to use this AE system for the rest of the series. So it was well worth our time. But speaking of time for us to go, which is a bummer because I've just been having so much fun making episode 3 for everybody. I mean, the AE system is awesome. If you have any questions about setting your own up, can I fight him backwards? Oh, no. If you have any questions about setting your own up, please let me know in the comments, and I can try to help you because it can get really tricky, and different mod versions sometimes have different mechanics. So you can always ask me down in the comments as well. While you're down there, maybe like and subscribe. Still 0 subscribers on this channel, so you would be the first. If you're listening to this like when it comes out, maybe there's not that many views on it, you're probably the first. So think about dropping a sub, but if you don't, still totally fine with me. Have a great night, folks. Bye-bye.